This is Piers Morgan Live.
Our intention was not to go have Blake arrested. Our intention was to warn the local authorities that our son, who everybody knew because he'd been in and out of the hospital several times, now has an AR-15 in his possession. And we just wanted to say, this is probably not a good thing for him to have. Everybody knows his history, and it was a warning to the local authorities. We didn't know that he was going to be picked up in the confession and the I guess the plot that he had told the detective. We didn't know anything about that. We just wanted to warn the authorities that we felt it was unsafe for our son to have this weapon out in the community.
You know, Piers, when you live with a child, Piers, when you live with a child that is depressed or does suffer from mental illness, you want to protect that child. And in 2009, he wrote a letter saying that he was sorry that he was a failure and sorry to disappoint us. And he went to Walmart because he wanted the police to shoot him because he didn't want to live anymore. So when you find a receipt that your son has bought a weapon, the first thing that you think is your son is going to take his life. So I went to the authorities because I didn't want to lose my son, and heaven forbid, I didn't want my son to hurt anybody in the process of him taking his life. And I do believe that was his intention, is my son wanted to die. So I had to do what I did as a mother to save my son.
And so as the way it is right now, our son is in...
I was going to say, it's heartbreaking to hear this. Bill.
It is heartbreaking, but our son is alive.
He's in jail, but he's alive, and no one was hurt.
And other people in our community are alive as well.
Safe, yeah.
But in a way, Tricia, you've lost your son, potentially. I mean, if he's convicted of the offences for which he's been charged and faces a very long sentence, how do you feel about that?
Well, it is heartbreaking, and I don't have restful nights, because I think about the long road my son has ahead of him, and what kind of future does he have? But at the same time, Piers, my son is alive. I can still talk to him every day.
Bill, what is your message, Bill, to the families who may be watching, who might have children in a similar position, late teens or early 20s, who've been into mental institutions for a few days at a time, a similar pattern to what you went through? What is your advice to them?
Don't hide it. Having mental illness in your family should not be embarrassing. Act on it like we did. We saved our son's life. We possibly saved the lives of many others, but our son is still alive and everybody is safe. We didn't want to hide the fact. I mean, we didn't want to just push this under the rug and be the next potential parents of a mass shooting. We acted. We had to do something. We couldn't sit back and just let events play out. So I would say every other parent, if you see these warning signs in your child and they have access to weapons, something needs to be done. Step up and do the right thing. Don't just sit back and turn the other cheek and let it happen.